views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast are the content creator's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of Essex County College. The material and information presented here is for entertainment and informative purposes only. It should not be considered as professional advice or a substitute for seeking professional guidance.
What should we take when we could give? You can show a person that you trust them when you stop and lower your guard. Here we have a chance for some adjustment. Give it a try, it's not that hard. I'm telling you, this life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. Whatever we face, we'll be fine if we're leading from the heart. No matter the place, we can light up the world. Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
Hello. Welcome back to another episode of Just Be You. How's everyone doing today? Me personally, I'm doing amazing. Another great day, another amazing, great week. You want to know why that is? Because I woke up. I'm still walking around. I still got a place to live. I still got food. And it might be the food I might want at that time, but it's still food. And I know how to cook, so I can whip up something real quick. You feel me? What's good? I'm breathing. I got people that support me, and I got people that I support. That's all you really need in life. The basic necessities to make you happy. Everything else is just a want, a need, an extra. All that stuff. I'm not saying it's not bad to have, because, hey, who wouldn't want a Lexus with a mansion? You feel me? But as long as you up, breathing, got some water, got some food, got some clothes, got shelter, can't really complain too much, can you? So, we are in the month of June. We're a good way into the June right now. How's everybody's June going so far? Hot, cold, sunny? Y'all had any barbecues yet? Anyone got invites for me for a barbecue? I like food. I'll come through. Drop a little podcast episode midway, episode some song, and just hit me up. We all know how everything's going, and hope, and the world is going crazy. But I would like to take a moment and just recognize the different things that June is known for, and recognize and the things that we should celebrate in June, because apparently June has a lot of things that we can recognize and focus on besides the Orange Man and his birthday. So first things first, right? Shout out to our gays. Pride Month. Happy Pride Month to everybody, whether you're asexual, bisexual, gay, lesbian, straight, transgender, queer, all those in between. Congratulations. Happy Pride Month. Go outside, show up and show out. Don't act a fool though, Don't wild out and don't make the other side and look at you different. Be cool, be great. You guys are funny as hell, I'm not gonna lie. But besides Pride Month, we got a couple other things going on this month. In June, you also got Men's Health Awareness Month. Men's health is one thing that is often overlooked and swept under the rug, because for some reason society thinks that men are supposed to be these stock-toe figures that don't have any problems and get the job done, and all I gotta do is provide the bacon. Nah. As a man myself, I be having some problems. Like I be wanting to be feel loved sometimes, You may look at me and think I have it all together, but trust me, it's not. I'm not a perfect person. I'm not. I have my own flaws, and I'm tired of trying to shut my feelings out, and because of a stigma of me being weak or this, that, and third, or being a little B or something like that because I'm expressing my feelings. Nah. It's healthy as a man to express your feelings, and it's healthy as a man to want help and need help. The strongest man has a support system. I'm not going to touch too much upon that right now, but keep that in mind. That brother, that cousin, that uncle, that father, the son, the nephew, whenever you look at them, and you think they have it all together, double check. Because maybe they're battling a storm inside, and they just can't let it out because the stigma. We got to end that. Also, in June, we got Alzheimer's and brain awareness. People keep forgetting. We forget as we forget. Let's bring that back. People young, old, and of all races get Alzheimer's. Sometimes they get it as early as 10. Sometimes they don't even get it at all. But Alzheimer's plays in brain hemorrhages, like all that plays an important part. And it's not talked about enough. And it's like whenever someone does say they have Alzheimer's or some type of brain cancer or something like that, it's just like, oh well, here's a couple pills. If that doesn't work, we'll have your burial ready in like 2 months. That's not okay. We need to start fighting back. We need to start, actually caring about that and start doing some more research. Shoot, follow up to France. France got injectable cancer treatments now going on. Is it France or it's somewhere in the European district? I'll double check with that, and you guys could also fact check me there. But yeah, you could take a shot and it helps cancer treatment. It helps kills the cancer cells. I personally believe that's amazing, but it's not talked about. It's been swept under the rug. I actually had to deep dive to find an article about that. But that's a different story, different day. If you don't believe me, search it up yourself. Remember, anything I say on this podcast, I got from sources. But if you don't believe me or you want to fact check me or you want to go do it, ain't nothing but a quick Google search. Quick search on your favorite TikTokers, because I'm pretty sure half your TikTokers now are talking about what's going on in the world. Look, man, information is free. Information is powerful. You find out the information, it can't really do nothing to you, can they? All right, and, also in June, we got Juneteenth. Bless the blacks, bless the freedoms. Juneteenth, just recently recognized as a national holiday. Should have been there, but that's not here nor there. We got it now, and we better show up and show out. And I don't mean buy from the big brand corporations. Nah, support black, support local. Keep it to your hometowns. Keep it low. And to my black businesses, I understand, but sometimes your prices be outrageous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to pay $35 for a shirt that honestly I could finally find at like Walmart and pay $25. I'm not saying, don't keep doing your good or keep selling, but be more reasonable. Like, for example, I have a friend. His name's Tim. Timmy, he goes here at Essex County College. Good man. He sells Muslim oils and body oils, body creams. He got a deal. We get like 2-ounce bottles for $10, and then got like a 5-ounce bottles for $10. Hey, he got some good deals. He got a Instagram page. I believe it's _TYBALMS. Go search it out. Go hit him up. I get my oils from him all the time. And if you've been around me, I be smelling good. So be like, be smart. Like, don't undersell yourself. Don't, as a black business owner, self-entrepreneur, don't undersell yourself. Don't try to appease the public, but also don't overcharge. Do enough where you can get a profit and you can survive, but also at the same time that you're for the community. And like I said to everyone else, buy black. Buy as black as you can. Buy as local as you can. Don't go to a big corporation. Don't go to the big guys, the big wigs, because that's not supporting nothing but the 1%. Anyway, this month is also National Candy Month. Whew. I didn't know that, but for those with a sweet tooth all month long, acknowledge and, celebrate candy, all different, in all its forms, from the hard to the soft to the sweet to the tart. National Candy Month. Also, on June 8th, It was World's Ocean Day. June 8th is World's Ocean Day. That is basically bring awareness to the problems in a world's oceans, all of them, all over the place. And honestly, it's not as pretty as you look. Yeah, the ocean is scary. Yeah, y'all enjoy y'all seafood, y'all crab boils and stuff like that. But a lot of species are going in danger now. Shoot, in some places, crabs it's illegal to hunt crabs. In some places, it's illegal to hunt your little codfish and salmon. Pollution is still there. There's still floating islands of garbages in the ocean. And when I say floating islands, I don't mean like a quick little 2 cent. No, I mean we're talking 10 by 10 New York City blocks type islands floating around there. Ice caps are still melting. You gotta do something about that. And speaking of ice caps melting, on June 5th is World Environment Day. You know what that means? The World Environment Awareness. And what's going on with the world environment? Terrible. It's terrible. Middle East, for example, like China, they wear masks. In a lot of Asian countries, actually, they wear masks every day because the pollution is so bad. And the European countries, they also wear masks. Pollution is just high. Shoot, a lot of stargazers out there are getting upset because of the light pollution and the fog pollution. They can't see the stars properly, and I'm with them on that because, like, yo, I like looking at the stars. I like astronomy. And you tell me I gotta go to all the way out west in the middle of nowhere just to look at the stars properly? No, that's not okay. We gotta fix that. We gotta do something about that. We gotta start standing up and fighting back. Honestly, like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of just letting things be just because that's the way the world is, quote unquote. No. The older generation is older. They're dying out. They're leaving. And those stubborn ones that's still in office, they need to leave. Granted, we need their knowledge, but let the young ones take over because we know what it is. We still have to be here for like another 20, 30 years. We are the ones that, society is looking at right now. So what I say is older generations, OGs, step aside, advise us a little bit, tell us, give us some knowledge, so we can learn from your mistakes and do better. We have the energy, you have the knowledge. We got to make something work together. June 14th is Flag Day. This day is an important day because Flag Day is the day, that we recognize America as America. Is when, George Washington, I believe, was signed to be the actual president. Flag Day is not Trump's birthday. Flag Day is America's birthday, for real. Let's talk about it. This is where we got our Stars and Stripes. This is the day we raised our flag and actually became a country. You gotta remember that. Our founding fathers, they weren't morally sound. I'll admit they had their faults, but they knew a lot of things and they knew better than what this current administration does. Shoot, even Alexander Hamilton, and my musical folks, you know who he is. Y'all know that he wasn't too fond on how smart females or women should be. But by God, he did a lot to try to help the American citizens. Aaron Burr, too. John Adams. Shoot, George Washington owned slaves. So did Thomas Jefferson. But they still had morally, they were still morally more sound than what's going on right now. I'm just saying that, really start. I'm going to keep driving this in. Pick up your textbooks. Pick up some history. Learn it. Learn it. Because as I've been told, I heard this, I've been told, History doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes. And by God, we are having stanza by stanza, bar for bar right now. It's almost to a point where, it actually is my repeating. Like, what Soulja Boy say? He stole my flow, word for word, bar for bar. Fight back, guys. Stand up. Start unionizing. Start protesting. Start getting the word that follow Harvard. Harvard is really gearing to go to war with the Trump administration. Their lawyers are really sitting there in a group chat together and planning their case out. We gotta be more like Harvard. Institutions, colleges. I'm looking at y'all all around. You guys know this is bad. You guys know that education is for everybody. A lot of y'all have a whole bunch of immigrants and people of colors as your main student body. So the fact that y'all just gonna roll over and let Trump do whatever he wants and say what he does, no. Y'all really don't need that much funding from them. Let's be honest. You just like the free money. Fight for what's right and not what you think is best. Because whatever's best is sometimes not, whatever's right is sometimes not best. But whatever's right is more important. Because whatever's right and we fight for it and we stand on that, make the world a better place. Last but not least, though, this is also Caribbean American Month. All my Caribbeans out there. Me too, included. One. And not even just the Jamaicans. Caribbeans are just more than just the Jamaicans, the Haitians, and everybody else. You also got the Hispanics. You got Dominicans. You got, what's that? What's over there? Mexico. You got Puerto Rico. Come on. We need to recognize that the Caribbeans are just South America. Actually, they are America. They're just not the United States of America. They were more America than us. And a lot of people, a lot of generations have come over from them to this land, USA, for a better place and have done better. How many times have you guys had Jamaican food in like the last 2 weeks? How many times have you guys had some Dominican rice and some chicken, some Haitian patties? Eh? Just saying. Pay more respect and homage. This is a land of immigrants. And I'm sorry to those that feel offended when I say that, but it's the truth. We have always been the land of immigrants. And we will always continue to be the land of immigrants. And I wish we stop acting different and stop acting otherwise. Moving on, more news. Let's see. Trump can now deport U.S. citizens legally. And he's been doing that. The Trump administration has been deporting U.S. legal citizens. Like these are second, third generation born here on America's soils. And he's departing them. I just read a story about this Japanese American. He has a wife and 5 kids. He goes to a college. I forgot what the name of the college. He was on his going to a PhD, and he was on his last year at college. You know what they did? Deported him. Japanese American. Oh, but he's Japanese. The Asians, No. Because if you really want to do that, you got to do it for everyone else. Right? Japanese, the Chinese, the Polynesians, the Asians, the Haitians, the Jamaicans, the French, the Italians, Palestinians. If you want to hate on one group, make sure you hate on all groups. Don't just, because that's right there is racist. If you want to hate on all. If you want to judge somebody, judge everyone the same exact way to the same exact standards. Like I don't know how many times I'm going to keep saying it. We need to be kinder and nicer. And if you're going to judge someone, make sure you judge yourself the same way. Because I promise you, you look at back your little bloodline, your history, you're not fully American, as you like to say and claim. You're mixed. Most of the world's population is mixed. You barely find a full-blooded or even 80% of something. People are mixed nowadays, 3 different ways. So that Japanese or that Haitian or that Hispanic person you was bullying, you probably got cultural ties to them too. You know what I mean? No. Your daddy, well, your great granddaddy used to be a hound dog, and your great grandmother used to be a player. Let's be for real. Back in the 70s and 80s, they used to be getting around. I'm still finding cousins I didn't know about. Let's stop pretending otherwise. Canada is on fire again. I repeat, Canada is on fire again. So, you know, in America, we might, on the East Coast, we might see some orange haze part 2. Hopefully not. For those with respiratory issues, make sure you have your mask. Make sure you have an asthma pump or inhaler or something. Make sure you always have a bottle of water with you. Make sure you take allergy pills, and just be careful when you go outside. All right? And speaking of Palestinians, 27 Palestinians were killed by Israel fire near a Gaza aid center. When are we going to stop this? When are we actually going to stop this? We as the people, yeah, we're protesting, but it's not doing enough. We need to actually start. I'm not saying, you know, we pull a January 6th, but we need something similar. We need to make them understand that what y'all doing is not okay. Our friends and family are dying. I've met people at my school and recently that had friends and family or just came from there in that situation or just came before that situation started. And it's disheartening because they are distraught. And it's just like, I think to myself, yeah, that seems so far away. Yeah, that's over there. But in a moment's notice, that could be us. In a moment's notice, China or Australia or India or anybody that has beef with us at any point can start launching nukes and missiles at us. And then what? Now we're gonna be the same thing, doing the same campaigns. Man, how's the world gonna react? Right now, they you know, they don't like Trump, and they're fighting for us because, you know, Trump and his administration is just screwing the world over left and right. So there's a lot of protests going from that. But do you think they'll have the same sympathy for us if we start getting bombed like that? Especially with the way we act and how we treat, or how some of us treat the protests and the war and stuff, and how some of us act like, oh, that's not our problem. It may not directly affect you right now, but trust me, it's affecting your community. And it's affecting those around you more than you know. And I implore you guys to just take a second, take a moment to actually look around. Look at people's faces. There is less joy now in this world. Less joy in these streets. Kids can't even go outside properly anymore. And sometimes it's very sad because we could do better. We know better, but we don't. Makes me cry almost every time. U.S. Supreme Court ruling allows more raw sewage in waterways. I repeat, U.S. Supreme Court ruling allows more sewage in waterways, which means there will be more poop in your waters. legally. Start getting your filters, start buying bottled waters. Just be careful when you use those waters. Boil what you need to, filter out what you need to, but be careful because nowadays, until we get that resurrection that we need, until we can get the military police moving and kick the current administration out of office, we gotta be prepared. We gotta start preparing more. We gotta be staying ready. Gotta stay ahead of the game. They try to take away our rights or take away this or fearmonger us. Nah. You know why? Because we're prepared. We gotta go back to the community. I know there's some people out there planting gardens. Teach your community how to plant. Grow a community garden. What they gonna say? Oh, you can't do that? Why? I can grow my plant anywhere else. You're just mad because I'm growing tomatoes and eggplants and pumpkins and apples and giving out for free? Sounds like a personal problem, honestly. We got to get back to the old way of things, honestly. Not too old now. I'm not talking about segregation. Oh, speaking of that, there is segregation. Trump is now dismantling segregation laws. It is not full, not all the way through, but he's allowing contractors to be able to segregate certain buildings and things in buildings. So we can go back to having 2 separate water fountains, 2 separate pools, 2 separate entrances. I wish someone would. As much as my people and my ancestors have fought to get us here for these rights, I wish someone would. I'm going to walk through the front door like I've always been doing for these last 26 years, and I'm going to put a smile on my face and wish someone would. You can't take away that. You're not going to take that away. And if you take that away, it's going to cause more problems than necessary. Let me tell you. I have to get out of here soon. So I'm going to do some more constitutions. We'll probably read from Article 3 to Article 4. And then we'll move on from there, okay? Article 3, Section 1. The judicial power of the United States shall be vested in one Supreme Court and in such inferior courts as the Congress may from time to time ordain and establish. The judges, both of the Supreme and inferior courts, shall hold their offices during good behavior and shall at stated times receive for the service a compensation which shall not be diminished during their continuance in office. Section 2. The judicial power shall extend to all cases in law and equity arising under this Constitution, the laws of the United States, and treaties made or which shall be made under their authority. To all cases affecting ambassadors, other public ministers, and consuls. To all cases of admiralty and maritime jurisdiction. To controversies to which the United States shall be a party. To controversies between 2 or more states. Between a state and the citizens of another state. Between citizens of different states. Between citizens of the same state claiming lands under grants of different states, and between the state or the citizen thereof and foreign states, citizens of or subjects. Cases affecting ambassadors, other public ministers and consuls, and those in which a state shall be party, the Supreme Court shall have original jurisdiction. In all the other cases before mentioned, the Supreme Court shall have applied jurisdiction both as to the law and fact, with such exceptions and under such regulations as the Congress shall make. The trial of all crimes, except in cases of impeachment, shall be by jury, and such trial shall be held in the state where the said crime shall have been committed. But when not committed within any state, the trial shall be at such place or places as the Congress may by law have diverted. Basically, that means you have a right to fight and go to court for most any and all cases, and the judges are local and federal judges are there to help fairly judge those cases. Whether it's you against the state, you against someone else, you against that property landlord, or you versus yourself. And you have the right for a trial. You have the right for a jury, except for the cases of impeachment, which for some reason Trump just keeps getting away with, and I think that's not okay. And I'm calling out the justice system for that. Y'all have always been corrupt, but y'all are actually morally corrupt because y'all are sitting there allowing that. And you're like, oh, we can't do too much. Y'all judges. Y'all literally the law. If you see other judges content or acting ridiculous, correct them. Y'all study law for what? Y'all supposed to uphold our law, and y'all not doing that. So yes, I'm holding y'all responsible for right now and all the things that are passing and happening. Because you have the power to stop all that. And even if you're just a local family court judge, you're a part of the judge community. You know the law. Y'all can set up a protest. Y'all can start doing stuff and getting the word out there. Matter of fact, start educating the people. Y'all like to hold public hearings so much. Hold a public meeting. Section 3. Treason against the United States shall consist only in levying war against them or in adhering to their enemies, giving them aid and comfort. No person shall be convicted of treason unless on the testimony of 2 witnesses to the same overt act or on confession in open court. The Congress shall have power to declare the punishment of treason, but no attender of treason shall work corruption of blood or forfeit except during the life of the person attainted. I don't know about y'all, but Trump and his administration are full of treason, full of high treason. So once again, judges, do your job. Do your duty to America. Kick him out. Judge him fairly. Judge him properly. This is getting ridiculous. This is really getting ridiculous. That was all for Article 3. Guys, like I said, all this information that I'm sharing up here, this is stuff that I know. This is stuff that I researched, I look up. And the Constitution I drop at the end, I'm reading the Constitution word for word from the book itself. And once I'm done with the Constitution, I'm going to start reading the founding documents. Start educating yourselves. If you really don't agree with what I'm saying, fact check me. Please, I encourage you to fact check me and prove me wrong or find discrepancies in what I'm saying. I dare you to. I want you to. Because that means that you actually did research. And I need research. I want you to be like, yes, you're wrong when you said this on such date, and here are the list of list of resources I got. This proves you wrong. I want keyboard warriors. I want intelligent people. Hate me, love me, adore me, judge me. I'm doing something that you're not. Standing up and informing. You do something for your community. You start holding organizations and rallies and protests. You start trying to see what's going on with your community, see how you can make it better. You go around and see what's going on. This world is slowly going towards an unredeemable place, irredeemable. But we can stop that. And it starts with us. It starts with reaching out to our friends and peers to see if they're okay. It starts with us being kinder to a stranger. It starts with us smiling to someone or giving them a compliment. It starts with us, helping someone else. It starts with us. It's not going to be easy. No. It's not going to work overnight. It may not even work in the next 5 years. We might not even see real progress for like the next 7 years. But progress is progress, one step at a time. And if you won't do it for yourself, do it for the next generation. Because I'm pretty sure everyone listening has some type of little cousin, little brother, little sister, niece and nephew, goddaughter, godson. Like, you have someone in the next generation who you look at every day and just like, darn, I want to see the world a better place for you. I will burn the world for you. Like, if you won't do it for yourself, do it for the next generation. Guys, I gotta go. I'll see you later. But remember, be kind, be you, and be true. See you.
This has been a production of the Essex County College Podcast Club. Copyright 2024, all rights reserved.